I'm just getting called out. So just to clarify, you're creating a sort of content training program for young creators in Uganda, correct? To come to a more global, platform. So what challenges have you faced in setting that up?
Amazing. Having realized that some few Ugandans, in fact, were on TikTok, then one of the Ugandans that is in content creation really told us how much he earned from his account. He had shown us that he was earning about $17,000 a month. He's based in France. And he's using anonymous accounts. He just use, these cartoon-like characters created by AI. And I called upon the young children and told them there is an opportunity. We shall partner up with the Uganda Institute of Communication and Technology, which is UICT. It offered us free venue. We contributed part of their transport and lunch, and we offered it free. So I called upon everyone that was available to come for the 2 weeks training. Only 146 turned up, which is okay for the beginning. Now we are going on the second course, which is going to be to retool them on how to use earlier tools like proper editing, adoption of AI, predictive AI, generative AI for them, and some of them have started earning slowly. But the challenges you get is because Ugandans are repugnant to learning. When you tell them that it will include learning, they walk out. We have a simple mentality. There were some young ladies that came to one of our content studios at Discovery Sport because we own the part of the digital rights of the Premier League in the UK. But then when they came, they said, Honorable, we had to have jobs. I said, what can you do? They said, no, we can do everything. So I said, okay, we can do everything. But I told them the biggest job here we have, here at Nakumash, we need 7 cleaners. You know what they told me? What they told me? So I told them, since you said you can do any job, and I offered a job of a cleaner, and you said you can't do it, I also have no job. Then they said, yeah, I want to transport so that I should give them transport money now to take them backward home. So we also have that mentality where, 1, our people don't want to learn. 2, they look down upon jobs and careers until situation presses them hard towards the wall. He knows he's been there. Yes, George.
All right. Thank you for that response. We're going to have, I requested 3, and just to stay within the guidelines of our requests, Madam VP, you will forgive me for the lady. But yeah, it will be our former Vice President of Unaa in honor, and then we'll have just one more closer gentleman there.
Hello everyone, I'm so happy to see all of you here. This is really very encouraging. Last year I didn't see this many number of people in the Take Forum. My name is Joanne Barfugan. I recently earned a title, and I'm Dr. Joanne Barfugan. From Kisoro, daughter of Mr. John Barfugan.
Yes.
From Lakers. So my thing is, I'm so much encouraged to see that you're encouraging people to correct content, but I've not heard you say the right content. We are having wrong information, say what happens on media platforms. This wrong information is discouraging some of us, some of our kids, from going back home. Mr. Katamba, how far have you gone with trying to find a way of stopping wrong information saturating on social media? Because we need that application, and we need the policies to hold people accountable for sharing wrong information. Because it's killing so many things. So by the time before we get the right information, I don't think we're going to go anywhere. So, how far have you gone with that application of filtering wrong information from appearing on social media? You know, everything now is going online. I have done my school online, but I needed the right information for me to be able to help you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Vice President. Now, the whole world is grappling with the issue. It's not necessarily only information. It is what we would term as misinformation. Because misinformation is where someone comes up, and I'll give you an example. There are those people that own social media, and I won't even delve into politics, and say, when you use this cream, it will make you sleep better. And then someone applies that cream. Okay, I will not refer to cream. Let me There are some people that say, when you drink this portion of drink, it will help you energize yourself when you go into those internal matters of your home. I've heard of men consuming and women consuming those drinks, and at the end of the day, getting sick and going crazy, or they are going hyper. There are some people who market some form of drinks that have cannabis and these things there. You know what I'm talking about. But you see, when I'm talking about my country, I'm very conscious. Our brother there in Uganda is very good. We have good people, but I'm talking about that 2% that can spoil the community, which is in every community. I know here you're grappling with mental health issues, and people are even being persuaded by others to commit suicide and etc. because of those that spread misinformation. Now, what we can do in the future, I think we should also be planning to come up and set up our own applications that are localized. Just like we're consuming before foreign music, foreign movies, etc. Slowly we can set up what is localized to us, because in as much as we want to penalize these applications, it is not easy because they do not have host offices in our country. You understand what I'm saying? And the change is that it is negligible. But if we sit down in the African Union, in the Tech Forum of the African Union, and come up with a legislative agenda on penalization of people that do the following, either illegal proliferation of data or even spreading of misinformation. If you penalize, for example, I'm telling you, I think Facebook the other time was penalized in, how much? $1.5 billion? And it's about penalty, assuming instead of closing Facebook in Uganda, it got a penalty check of $300 million. Probably will be constructing a highway to Fort Hope. Because of, I think we should think of the legislative agenda that penalizes that person who is informed by the authorities that, listen, what you're hosting and you're sending to our country possesses child pornography, and they do not comply, to pull it down immediately and block such accounts that do that. So they should be followed up by penalties. But also, there's also some laissez-faire, or what we can say, laxity about our government officials, some of them. At the Communications Commission, some of them don't care. How people, when they get jobs of civil service, they don't care much about certain things. But that one we can address. But let's refer to use of penalties. That will help for the future.
Thank you.
Uganda Wole here. You kind of answered what I was going to actually ask. The thin line between a registered entity like Uncle King Carissa's here, that is, that pays its fine taxes as, as a media house, and me as a local content creator. If they, let's say there was chaos somewhere in the State House and they reported on the same chaos professionally because they pay their taxes and pay their dues, and I, the content creator, reported, legally, would I be then taken aside to court for this information? Would I be considered a media house? Or would I actually just be considered, a wall-over guy? That's the thin line I wanted to make sure we address.
Okay, the laws that we have, depending on the suit, and then depending on what you circulated. If you quoted NBS saying, let's say, for example, something happens in the State House, but then for you added and said, as a result of this, I think we should go with guns and overthrow or kill the president. Now, yes, you've quoted the right source. You've even said maybe president found sleeping. Then you say, as a result of quoting this information, president found sleeping, we should go and kill him. You understand what I'm saying? The laws of Uganda are very clear. You understand? That amounts to treason. So you can't say that I based on the information that they say it is a sleeping president, and I say we should actually do what? Kill him. So I think the way you spread the information, but you can't say yes. According to sources in Uganda, they say the president now sleeps longer hours than he should be working. I think we deserve better. That's okay. Why should someone take you to court to say that you're spreading misinformation? You've also quoted the X who stated that X did this and Y did this, and you gave your opinion. So that is freedom of speech. But if you say, as a result of being a sleeper man, we should just go and assassinate him, then that process the borderline. And you are a very responsible reporter. I don't expect that from you.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable. Here.
Hello, Rwanda. First of all, thank you. You said that you've been training the younger generation, so thanks for that. But then you also say that when you put out the undergrad, very few turn up. So my question is, how do you target your audience? So how do you advertise to these people? Then my next question is, you said that the attitude to people, I mean, we know that attitude is there. The question is, what are we doing to address the attitude? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Every Sunday, people are reminded to go to church. Every time for prayer, people make a run to remind people that you have to pray. I think that comes from desire for mindset change. It's a huge problem affecting the entire African continent. We do not believe that we have the capacity to transform ourselves, and that is one of the worst misgivings. I'll give you an example, and I'm not really castigating the young people. I saw young people holding a placard saying that Uganda should not drill its oil and should not build a pipeline. Rightly so. They said because of the environmental concern. I said, fine. Then later, another group of young Ugandans came saying, we don't have jobs, at least we would rather go to Saudi Arabia. You try to see what I'm trying to say, the nexus between the two. So these ones are ready to go and make a dam as to work for $100 in a country that drills its oil. But the other ones are saying we don't drill, at least we would rather remain without oil and be poor. Therefore, how do we draw the thin line about counseling these young people and telling them, listen, for as long as Africans do not get the capacity
to work on their own mineral wealth, it will be taken by others. For as long as we look back and we don't embrace technology, I'll give you an example. A company that collects our taxes, excise duty, through the digital stamp, is a tech company that comes from Switzerland called SICA. That's so painful. That's why I rose up to support him on the issue of education. Because if you don't support him, someone is going to come with it and weigh a tag and knock on the door. And you know what happens when they knock on the door with big battery? They walk away with the letter and implement these things. So SICA walks out of the Ugandan economy by saying they are introducing smart revenue collection in Africa, and they walk away with $300 million per annum by helping you collect part of your tax. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want to go there because this is not a political forum, but in the name of helping me collect part of my tax compliance, they pick $700 million from Kenya. A digital stamp infrastructure costs $15. The one, that robot that Mr. Katamba can make to stamp on a bottle of mineral water and a Coca-Cola bottle. Just to record that this factory produced this number of bottles, and you give them 75 shillings per bottle and they walk away with it. When Africa stops its thinkers from thinking in the web of technology, it will remain enslaved forever. I end my submission.
You are in the Unaa Technology Forum. Nothing is off limits, everything is on the table, but we are responsible citizens of the global community. So, thank you for enduring these conversations. Are they good? Yes. Are they good? I'm hoping that Unaa understands. Our goal is to multiply these conversations, so we don't wait for 12 months to be talking about these things. So, please watch your inbox. Somebody has my registration mark. Anybody where we are entering our attendance? Is a MacBook. Robert? It's over there? Okay. Yeah, if you have